On the broadcast is Mr. Vijay Prasad, the spokesperson of the Karnataka BJP. Lavanya Ballal from the Congress party is also with us on the broadcast. Shrikant Narasimhan, who's an activist, is with us on the show. And Professor Chandan Gowda, who's the professor at the Institute of Social and Economic Change, is also joining us on the broadcast. Lavanya, why don't you open the debate for us? I don't know how to put this across, but I found it absolutely absurd and reeking of a VVIP culture when you talk about a separate lane for the MLAs or netas in our country. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, well, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I agree with you that this VIP culture is getting out of hand in India across different states. We have seen this. And our Khader, Honorable Speaker, Mr. UT Khader, was speaking on behalf of MLAs from all parties and not just for Congress MLAs. If you look at his speech before he spoke today, if you look at the earlier speech also, he is asking that for MLAs and former MLAs. He does not say it is only for Congress MLAs. So he's asking that for all the MLAs and ex-MLAs. And like Satish Jarkiwali, our PWD minister, made it very clear, yes, when a request is raised, we will look into the request. But he also very clearly said, we already have an emergency lane. In case of an emergency, anybody can use that. Having said that, I think it is time for the netas to be a little more sensitive and understand every day when they're traveling through the national highway is an emergency, they can wait. And as far as our other MLA, Mr. Prasad Abhay, was upset that because he was stopped, and I think he's getting stopped at a particular toll booth every time. That is very surprising. That has to be checked because every MLA and MLC, if you have a code.
One point. Lavanya, how is that any kind of valid caveat or any kind of plausible deniability if it is for all the MLAs? It does not matter. I ask this question to you as a journalist, not as somebody from the BJP. I'll take BJP also into the discussion. But the fact that Speaker chose to speak about the subject tells us that in some way he found it valid. And I'm questioning that wisdom of the Honorable Speaker as to how he can make a statement like that or a proposal like that. Secondly, if an MLA, one second, another point and then you can respond. If an MLA has to show his ID card multiple times at the toll booth plaza, what is the big deal about it? They can. All of us show our ID cards when we have to.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. That's what I was coming to. If Prasad has to show his ID card multiple times, then he also should display the ID. Like I have seen a lot of leaders from different parties, their ID is shown, put there right there near the driver's side. And usually if it is an emergency, they pass the toll booth, the people see that and they are allowed to travel. Now, Khader sir's request is a little weird for me, especially because our CM has very clearly said, we do not want zero traffic for the CM's office, right?
Mr. Vijay Prasad, I want you to come into the discussion. It wasn't just for the Congress MLAs. It was for all the MLAs, and somehow that makes it more palatable. How do you see that?
MLAs cutting across the party lines. Finally, MLA is a common man who gets facilities from the taxpayers' money. Why should he be treated differently and be privileged and think it as an entitlement the moment he or she becomes MLA or MP? They forget they are the public servants. It is nauseating to see from the Congress side that one is asking for a separate line and to be treated like a VVIP. That means to say Congress, even after getting routed across the country, is yet to get out of autocratic or elitism mindset. See, Congress wants to bring up this status symbol where BJP ended this red beacon light culture. On one hand, we have PM who did away with the Lal Batti culture, red beacon light culture. On the other side, we have Congress who wants to bring back the elitism and entitlement culture. See, I was hearing the Congress spokesperson say it is childish to say MLA is being harassed at the toll plaza or toll gate by the staff. MLA will have his staff, gunman and others and in no way can be harassed.
Well,
Now,
I believe
see,
this is a story that has concerned the people also. I completely agree with the point. I'll come to you, Lavanya. I'll come back to you.
No.
Yes, finish your point, Vijayji. Then I want to take in two callers. Yes.
Now, almost all toll plaza across the country
Huh.
has fast tags. And you can, whether you are a VVI, whether you are a minister or a common man, you can exit all the toll plazas within seconds.
I agree with the word that you used. It's nauseous to make an observation like that. I quickly want to take one caller, then I'll bring in two other guests on the broadcast. We have Aman from Jaipur. Aman, what are your thoughts? Quickly, please.
My thought is that VIP culture is a historical truth, and it continues to be in practice in present time. After the power and position, majority of the people, they feel they are the VIP and they should be treated differently. There, as it is, there is a disparity in the society. Entire India, we can see there are another issue. The irony of the present day is that the ruler or the politician do not address the real issues. They want only the VIP culture. And majority of them, like the present case or anywhere there may be 100 cases, they are believe in that should be given VIP treatment, but they should not be asked about the real issue.
Yeah, the sense of entitlement. Why should I show my identity card? You might have to. Professor Chandan Gowda, please come into this. How do you see the statement? How do you see the statement that came from the speaker? He explained his position, U-turn of sorts, but the mere suggestion that there should be a special lane for the netas.
You know, like others have noted, the special lanes already exist. And if you have used them, you know that they're really not very special in the sense anyone can use it, really. They're open to all.
Yeah.
But the speaker, it looks like, has responded under some quick pressure because two MLAs complaining, he must have immediately said, you know, this is what we should do. It's clearly not the best thing he could have done under the circumstances, but we know the context. But like one of the other panelists said, the chief minister, the first thing he did the very next day after becoming CM was to say, I don't want traffic, zero traffic corridors or whatever. That was a signal of sorts to saying that we should do away with these kinds of perks that inconvenience the public. And I think, so therefore, I think the speaker ought to have also been mindful of that precedent. But be that as it may, this occasion is too small, but since we have a national debate on this, we may as well now use the occasion to ask in what ways can the VIP culture, quote unquote, be undone slowly, constructively, meaningfully.
What is your suggestion, Professor? How can that be undone? I believe unless we have the sense of outrage at the sort of comments that were made today, we won't begin to see the change.
Yeah, no, I think it's an occasion to reflect. And I think the VIP culture has been going on and it's reflected. Even in the airport, you'll find special lanes for VIPs. These are obvious things. But there are so many ways in which our politicians are extraordinarily privileged. And some of it is inevitable, comes with the job. But some of it can be done away with. And I think those things will need to be worked on.
Mr.